story of Australian diving expert Dr. Richard Harris, who was summoned to help with Thai cave rescue. This is the incredible and tragic story of the Australian diving expert who rushed from holiday to join the Thai cave rescue. Cave diver and anesthetist Dr. Richard Harris from Adelaide dived with the rescue team on Sunday to medically assess the 12 boys and their coach trapped inside a flooded cave in Thailand. Dr. Harris was specifically summoned for the rescue mission due to his medical expertise and experience in dangerous cave diving missions. In 2011, Dr. Harris volunteered to retrieve the lifeless body of his friend and fellow cave diver Agnes Miloka. Ms. Miloka was diving at Tank Cave at Mount Gambier in South Australia when she ran out of air and died. She ran out of air while navigating a difficult section of the cave, it is understood. Dr. Harris was tasked the perilous mission to navigate the cave and retrieve his friend's body. Ms. Miloka was also a highly experienced cave diver, who had worked as a stunt diver in films. The rescue mission put Dr. Harris' name on the radar and propelled him to international renown. The 53-year-old, who has 30 years' experience, also led a team of Australian divers through caves on New Zealand's South Island. The divers went to record depths of 221 meters in an attempt to uncover the source of the Pierce River. His experience made him a first point of call for the rescue mission in Thailand. The Adelaide-based doctor has been described as an interesting character by MedStar clinical director Andrew Pearce. Harry is selfless, he is extremely thoughtful. He's a quiet person. He is the type of guy who will give his all, Mr. Pearce told reporters in Thailand on Monday. Mr. Pearce said he had an amazing ability to do what no one else does in diving into very dark, tight spaces with not a lot of equipment. David Strike, a dive event organizer who has known Dr. Harris for more than a decade, told Fairfax, he's been diving for over 30 years, and readily embraced advances in diving technology to better help him explore and photograph caves in Australia and overseas. In the past few years, he's been involved in cave diving explorations in Australia, China, Christmas Island and New Zealand. He has an active interest in diving safety and accident investigation. Quite apart from his own cave exploration experiences, as an anesthetist and a medical professional who is also involved in retrieval medicine, he has always struck me as a person who is capable of calmly assessing any situation and then acting appropriately. When the Australian doctor joined the Thai rescue crew, he convinced officials to change their rescue plans and bring the weakest boys out first, instead of the strongest. The initial strategy was to extract the strongest boys first because they would have more chance of making it to safety while the others could stay back and build up strength. But that was revised after Dr. Harris' health assessment found some of the weaker boys may not survive if they were left behind, according to Thai media. 4 of the 12 trapped boys were brought to safety on Sunday evening. Operations to bring out the other 8 and their coach will start this afternoon as divers place fresh oxygen tanks along the exit route. Dr. Harris, who was requested by British divers leading the operation, is working alongside the Thai Navy and 18 other Australians in the rescue efforts. The extremely dangerous operation to free the boys, who have been trapped in the cave for 15 days, began on Sunday morning when rescuers decided to act before more monsoon rains flood the caves. Dr. Harris, 53, is the son of Jim Harris, who was a renowned vascular surgeon and senior consultant in Adelaide. He has worked 6 years for MedStar, an aeromedical retrieval service for SEA Ambulance. He has 30 years of diving experience and has worked on retrieving bodies from caves. He famously found the body of stunt diver Agnes Miloka, who ran out of air in the Tank Cave near Tantanoola in the southeast of South Australia in 2011. In the past few years, he's been involved in cave diving explorations in Australia, China, Christmas Island and New Zealand. He has an active interest in diving safety and accident investigation. The first boy taken from the cave was Mongkul Boonpiem, 13. Who emerged at 5:37 p.m. local time on Sunday. He was in critical condition and needed urgent evacuation, a family friend told local media. His condition has reportedly since stabilized. The four boys were able to wade through some shallow sections of the underground labyrinth instead of diving.